September in Britain, and for a brief week, the airfield at Farnborough becomes the most important in these islands. This year, a record 330,000 people, including 11,000 from overseas, came to see Britain's latest and finest aircraft. The giant VC-10, with a tailplane as high as a 4-story building. And the smaller 3-engine Trident. The DH-125, a jet executive aircraft. The Beagle Terrier, a dual-control model, is ideal as a trainer or for flying clubs. Its de Havilland Gypsy Major engine enables it to cruise at 107 miles an hour with a range of 280 miles. The larger 4-seater Beagle Airedale has a range of 940 miles and a cruising speed of 133 miles an hour. A remarkably efficient small military helicopter is the Westland Scout. A touch of magic in the air, the Smith's blind landing equipment. Fully tested, it will give passengers safe landings in foggy conditions. In action here in its test aircraft, its essential simplicity is obvious. After switching on, the pilot sets his instruments according to data from flying control. Ground signals take charge, in to land safely. The pilot checks his panel. That's all he has to do. This year, Britain celebrates her golden jubilee of military aviation with a nostalgic display of historic aircraft. Forward again now to the exciting present. The slender Delta Wing Handley Page 115 and the sensational Hawker P1127, a vertical and short takeoff and landing strike aircraft. The mighty Vulcan, spearhead of Britain's deterrent force, here seen armed with the Blue Steel standoff bomb. And in the rocket park, Blue Streak, first stage of a European satellite launcher. Tiger Cat, a surface-to-air missile. Bloodhound Mark II, guided by continuous wave radar. A new air-to-air guided missile, Red Top. Also Thunderbird Mark II. Newborn ideas for new shapes of aircraft have an odd look. They must be thoroughly tested in the wind tunnel and their behavior carefully observed. Only after many changes will they reach the final shape that will find its way onto the drawing board, the aircraft of tomorrow. Here, designers' eyes are firmly on the future. A model of a supersonic airliner yet to come. Safety is emphasized by Solartron's fully transistorized ground control training equipment. The shape of things to come. A supersonic aircraft, a super rocket, a satellite station. A remarkable lift jet engine in which plastics are largely used. This Rolls-Royce RB162 is shown in public for the first time. The Thor ramjet powers the Bloodhound. The Bristol Siddeley Jaron Jr. powers the Bristol 188 research aircraft. Britain's new long-range airliner, the Vickers VC-10, the most powerful in the world. 4 rear-mounted Rolls-Royce Conway 42 engines give it a speed of 600 miles an hour and a range of 4,400 miles with full payload. The revolutionary Bristol Siddeley Pegasus turbofan, with its swiveling nozzles, powers the amazing Hawker P1127. The Spey engine, of which 3 are used in the Trident, is a Rolls-Royce bypass jet. The Royal Navy's Buccaneer, which has just come into operational service, has 2 Jaron Juniors. A Vulcan V bomber is here being used as a flying test bed for the supersonic Olympus, installed under the fuselage in addition to the 4 normal engines. Back to the airfield, and there goes the Herald. The inside of the Avro 748, a medium-range airliner designed for comfort. All set and ready to fly. Powered by 2 Rolls-Royce Dart engines, it cruises at 280 miles an hour and seats 52 passengers. The Handley Page Dart Herald. Seating 56, it cruises at 275 miles an hour with a range of 600 miles. It carried Prince Philip on his Latin American tour. The Handley Page 115 is built to study low-speed flying. It's a Ministry of Aviation project. The Ministry's supersonic research aircraft, the Bristol 188. Here watched by Mr. Amery, Britain's Minister of Aviation. Made of stainless steel, it will study the heat barrier. The Royal Navy sweep in with their Sea Vixens and Scimitars, the Fleet Air Arm's strike and reconnaissance aircraft. Watched by their captain. And now it's the turn of the helicopters. Here, the Westland Wessex, the Whirlwind, and the Scout, showing the paces of this most versatile of all types of aircraft. And the smallest helicopter, the Beagle 116 Autogyro, ideal for inspecting overhead cables or spraying crops. The Beagle Mark II air truck. The 4-seater Beagle M218, the newest of the Beagles. Partly built of fiberglass, it needs only 500 yards runway. Cruising speed 175, range 1,000 miles. It's here seen with the larger Beagle B206. The astonishing Hawker P1127s show their versatility by taking off first from a concrete runway and then from the soft grass verge. These revolutionary aircraft can fly in the region of the speed of sound. Their unique Pegasus engines allow these P1127s to perform almost any evolution in flight. Here they're demonstrating their outstanding maneuverability. That's the Trident. And now the DH-125. The de Havilland Trident, a new medium-range airliner which can carry 100 passengers and a ton of baggage at 600 miles an hour for 1,400 miles. Notable features of the Trident are the quietness of its 3 Spey jets and the fact that it's the first civil airliner to use the Smiths blind landing equipment. The de Havilland 125, a new and luxurious executive aircraft, is powered by 2 Bristol Siddeley Viper 20 engines rear-mounted. It can fly at 500 miles an hour and is fully pressurized and air-conditioned. But the queen of the show is undoubtedly the Vickers VC-10. Using the Elliott automatic blind landing equipment, it takes 150 passengers and baggage and 4 tons of freight. For an aircraft of its size, it has an extremely short takeoff and landing run. For the climax of the show, as with wingtips only 4 feet apart, Hunters and Lightnings of 92 and 74 Squadrons Royal Air Force, the Blue Diamonds and the Tigers start their dazzling display of precision flying. Unerring virtuosity makes the onlooker forget that both these squadrons are fully operational. So they set the seal of perfection on a year of achievement, in which 8 new aircraft have flown at Farnborough.